There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What's going on, guys? It's EVP from the EVP Show, and I'm live for the Raw Recap, February 9th, 2026. Before we get started tonight, I'm going to go ahead and play a video. I'm sure most of you that that's tuned in or either have tuned in and watched after the slam. Obviously came up with the idea for a raffle for the WWF Intercontinental Championship belt that will be given away on March 1st on After the Slam podcast. Once the video plays, I will before we start getting into this shitty ass Raw, I will break down everything from the video and explain to you guys how it works, and then we will get into this shitty ass Raw. Because Raw was not good tonight. So yeah. But here's the video. Make sure you guys pay attention, close attention to the video. I will explain afterwards. I'll put the barcode, the QR code up there as well with the picture after the video. But this is all coming from After the Slam podcast. He's with NDWE. So there are specific, rules and guidelines to be able to get entered into this. It's not very hard. It's very simple. But just pay attention, watch the video, and enjoy.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP Show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month, so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
All right, guys. So that is the video, obviously, from After the Slam. If you guys, I'll go ahead and just break it down for you guys really quick. If you weren't able to understand the video, basically you just go to that. You can go to Talk It Up Wrestling podcast page, After the Slams, my personal page. I don't have a YouTube page on X. I don't know why, but I don't. Any of the DWE pages, and you will see how to enter the tournament, or not the tournament, I'm sorry, the raffle. All you have to do to qualify is make sure you scan that QR code. That is for the PayPal, After the Slam, PayPal, I'm assuming. And you pay the $15, but you can enter the raffle as many times as you want. So for the WWF Intercontinental Championship, you know, the more chances you enter, the better chance you have to win the raffle. And like he said, every month it's going to be a different belt. And then also you have to make sure you hit that subscribe button to Talk It Up Wrestling podcast with Miami the Great and Final Boss Baby. And then also After the Slam podcast, as well as the EVP show. Once you have subscribed to all three of those YouTube channels and you hit that barcode and send the $15 in, you are entered into the raffle for the Classic WWF Intercontinental Championship belt. The contest will end on February 28th, which is the day of, I guess, the night of Elimination Chamber. And After the Slam will announce the winner on March the 1st, or maybe the video said the contest ends on March 1st. Either way, I think a winner will be announced on March 1st. So you guys have still about 2.5 plus weeks. So make sure you get that subscribe button to the EVP show After the Slam podcast, and also Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. Scan that QR code, send that $15 in, and make sure you put that belt in your hands. So shout out to everyone from DWE and After the Slam podcast as well for doing this raffle. I know we've definitely gotten a few entries. I don't know how many. I haven't really asked, but I do know that I've gotten a couple of new subs. I think 3. So, yeah, make sure you guys are subbing to those YouTube channels, because that's part of the entry into this raffle. It's a beautiful belt, custom made. So many great classic Hall of Famers wore that title. So $15 to win that belt is a steal. I went on early. I guess I fucked up on StreamYard. I thought I set the stream for 11 o'clock, but when I came on, like about 10:35, it said that it's showtime, and I was like, what the fuck? So I guess I set it for 10:30. So we're going ahead and starting early. Raw wasn't great for me tonight. I don't know. Honestly, guys, you know, I shit on Meltzer all the time. Shout out to Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. Make sure you give them a follow on X and also a subscription on YouTube. And you can also hit that QR code when you're doing it and get what's After Slam podcast and the EVP show and get entered into that raffle. Shout out to Raymond. Always supportive. Appreciate all your kind messages and comments. Raymond. Yeah. I'm just not feeling Raw. I'm not feeling what Triple H is doing. Shout out to DWE host. Shout out to DWE replays. Shout out to Wrestling RUS podcast. It's absolutely fucking terrible Raw. Triple H changed things. Yeah, it's so, you know, a lot of times I don't believe anything that Dave Meltzer writes. But honestly, Dave Meltzer, that was the first person that I saw. Because I didn't have the story. I didn't break it yesterday about Brian being hurt. I was told through DMs, you know, before Sunday Scoops, but it wasn't put on X. So, you know, Meltzer said it. I don't know where he got the story from, but it's actually true. And then I just saw another one where he put out that I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I just know that, you know, Triple H, apparently the ticket sales are not where they want to be. But I do believe most of the stuff that I told you guys yesterday about the WrestleMania matches, they're gonna be that way. There's some shit I just don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, I don't know why he had to push AJ and Becky up to Elimination Chamber. Just so Punk and AJ are both wrestling in Chicago. Like, maybe they're trying to sell tickets. I don't know. I don't know if it's sold out. I know the tickets just went on sale not long ago, so I don't like it. But obviously, if they still, I still believe they do it at WrestleMania. I thought maybe they could do a tag match at Chamber. Yeah, Seth. That was actually Seth. Seth is gonna be back at WrestleMania. As I said yesterday. The whole mascot today was Grayson Waller, apparently, according to Body Slam. I said it in the chat before. I saw Corey Hayes put that, but ultimately, this, like I said on Scoop yesterday, this is all planned out to be Seth. But there's somebody from the inside that's also like gonna be working with Seth. I mean, the surgery that Braun had, I mean, it's not Michael Cole overplayed it. It's not career ending. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying Grayson Waller is the one that's working with Seth. I'm saying that was Grayson Waller tonight that did that shit. It's just the same type of shit they did before with, a different. The person tonight was completely different built than the person at the Rumble. It's Triple H is just, oh my god! But Meltzer did report that like nothing, like plans are changing every day. Like he has a whole fucking video. Go watch it on YouTube. I mean on X. I do believe majority of the stuff that I told you guys yesterday on Scoops for WrestleMania. Obviously, that there was a couple matches I probably left out, but I still think majority of those are happening. I felt like that they were gonna put AJ on the show at Chamber, that they should have done like Becky and Natty against AJ Lee and Maxine instead of them doing it for the fucking title. Like, I don't know. That's Triple H. You're paying attention to me or paying attention to my shit. Like, I know Slice reported it. I know Body Slam reported it. I know fucking Sap reported it. I know a lot of people reported that Becky and AJ was locked for WrestleMania. So I'm not the only one. I still think it happens. I don't know why they have to, like, he has to do this fucking over and over and over and over and over and over and over again shit. Like, it was a layup. Like, he just could have, if he wanted AJ on the show so bad, they could have just done AJ and Maxine against Natty and Becky. And then there you go. Like, perfect setup. Then you get AJ Becky at Mania for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, what I feel like could happen is Becky finally gets that win. She hasn't beaten AJ. I know it's in Chicago, but I don't think Punk and AJ are both winning in Chicago. Have Becky finally get that win back. Maybe Natty helps or something. Or, I mean, I'm sure Maxine. But I mean, Natty's like fucking killing it right now. So, and then maybe they have some sort of stipulation match or something at WrestleMania. I don't know. I still feel like that's the money match. I don't think a fatal 4-way with Maxine and Natty. I have no interest in that. I don't think that's a money match. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Triple H is doing. Meltzer reported it earlier. Like, even Cody and Drew's not even fucking locked. And the way the Chamber is shaping up with these Chamber matches, I mean, They never made it official tonight, though, that Becky was facing. Like, they never had the graphic for it, for Becky and AJ. I know it's going to happen at Chamber, but they haven't put the graphic out. But if they're doing Becky, AJ, a Chamber, Punk, Finn, the 2 Chamber matches, like, I don't know. It's a little worrisome. I mean, who the fuck is facing Drew? I don't know. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what Triple H is doing. These elimination chamber qualifying matches are just. I just can't see him getting away from Cody. Like at some point, like yeah, I mean, I don't think Cody wins his qualifying match, but if he don't, like, I mean, are they gonna have 5 matches at the Chamber and do Drew, Cody, Fatu for the World Championship? Do 3 title matches and 2 Chamber matches? Like that's a lot for a WWE PLE. I mean, it's not out of the realm. I mean, Becky and AJ's match could be pretty short. Which could lead to the rematch at Mania. We'll see. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't like it. Gunther's involved in this shit now. I don't know. I could see Dragon Lee costing Gunther or Ray, one of them two. Because I really feel like Gunther's retiring somebody at Mania. I don't think he's winning the Chamber by no means. I don't think Gunther gets fucking pinned though. I think Dom is going to be the one, or yeah, I think probably Javon Evans probably makes it. I think Dom may eat the pin or something. Because I don't think that Gunther's going to be in the Chamber match. I don't. I think he's going to retire someone. I mean, he could be in the Chamber match, but then that means he has to get beat. So, like, I don't know. I don't see him get. He lost to Roman at the Rumble, but he got thrown over the top rope. He hasn't been pinned. So, like, pinning him, I think, is a lot worse. I don't fucking know. This is just. That's why I started early. I almost didn't even fucking stream this shit. This product is bad right now, guys. If you guys think this shit's good, I don't know what the fuck to tell you because this shit is bad right now. Triple H needs to go like now. I mean, if it wasn't for the Roman Punk shit, this shit is awful, like bad. I mean, they're making Finn Balor look like a little bitch. He has no chance to win at the Chamber. You think they're gonna make that a triple threat? There's not fucking. I will give you everything I own. There's no fucking way, bro. I don't think he changed things. I just think he moved it up, just like I feel like he's gonna do with the Cody, Drew, Jacob thing. I mean, I literally posted that fucking AJ was gonna be on Raw tonight, so Raymond can attest to that. I put it in the GC chat. This Raw was a 6.25.10 for me, but otherwise I did pre-order 2K26 Monday Night War Edition. Very excited for the game to release, and I appreciate you and your podcast too, my friend. I always support you too. Fire Goat Heart. Appreciate you, Raymond. I really appreciate the support. Raymond's a big supporter. Seth plans on coming back. Yep. When they finally reveal this match, fucker, it's going to be Seth. Yep. The Vision is taking a back seat. How does Jay Uso miss a kick that much on a non-moving target? Stampede, that's a wonderful question. Thank you for commenting on X and YouTube. The YouTube comments, guys, I know I don't talk about this much. I do appreciate all the support on my obviously StreamYard fucking played me. I thought I could stream to more than 3 destinations, but I only have the core package. So right now I have my YouTube, my X, and Miami X as well. I also have the Talk It Up X, so I may like intertwine between Miami's and Talk It Ups. But whoever shout out to everybody that's watching there. I'm gonna have to upgrade when my bill comes due again. So that I can start streaming to my Instagram, TikTok, and Talk It Up X as well. I don't know. This shit was just bad. We gotta get you covering New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, AEW. I mean, it might not take much to convince me, Stampede. I mean, the product's bad right now. I mean, I had a hard time like not falling asleep. Like if I wasn't watching NBA shit, like I don't know, it's fucking terrible. I mean, the Raw tag team division is fucking ass. It's absolute ass. And they're like, oh, what are you guys gonna do for WrestleMania? And Jimmy's like, oh, just go win the go qualify for the chamber, Jay, and go for the title. He's not winning the title. So like, the fuck are they doing? Like, put the Lucha Brothers together and get the New Day together. Fucking, I don't know, get the Hardys if they're healthy. I don't know. I haven't been watching TNA, but have a fucking fatal four-way or get Praxium or some badass team from SmackDown. Like, oh my God, SmackDown is head and shoulders above Raw right now. It's so bad. And the Raw Tag Team Championship is just, it's not good. It's just not good. Jimmy's like, oh, let's just fuck the tag titles. Let's just go win the chamber. And he's not winning the chamber. So, I mean, it's, why don't Jimmy want his own singles push? Like, they're tag champions. Like, why are they worried about the fucking chamber? And I heard somebody reported that it's going to be Roman and Jay after Roman wins the belt. I highly doubt that shit. I highly fucking doubt that. So whoever reported that, put it on X so that I can comment on it because I highly doubt they do that. They're not going to have the bloodline in every fucking match. If you ever decide to help you out with whatever you need to get acclimated, I'm gonna start up a TNA show. This is my last week of doing NFL, so starting next Thursday, I will be doing a TNA recap show. But yeah, I mean, if some stuff opens up and I get more time, I mean, could possibly open up to AEW or New Japan. I don't watch much AEW. But the way the product is, the Raw right now, I may have to switch over because it's bad. I'd rather watch NXT and SmackDown instead of Raw. I would rather watch NXT than both of them, Raymond, to be honest with you. These are the two most unprecise wrestlers I've ever seen. I mean, I think they're a great tag team, one of the greatest of all time, but the single stuff, like, yeah, they need to stay away from that completely. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Triple H is thinking with these. The women's qualifying chamber matches are fine. I mean, obviously, very predictable tonight. Rhea, well, it wasn't fucking losing to Lyra and Ivy now, but I don't know what the fuck he's doing in the men's chamber. I really don't. I'm just gonna be like Friday. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here? Another chamber match. So that was probably your match of the night. Then it has to be 7.35 out of 10. Rhea Ripley. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's bad. So tonight's Raw, like I said, February 9th was from the Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. We're going to get the WWE World Tag Team Champion, the Uso, main event Jey Uso and Big Jim, defending their tag titles against Alpha Academy, Otis, and Akira Tozawa. Plus, the low-key legend now, Natty, which I'm loving the character change. I'm not going to lie about that. We'll face the Alpha Academy's Maxine Dupree in a singles match. And then obviously we saw some other stuff as well. So Michael Cole welcomes us and says Cleveland was hosting Raw for the 31st time. This is the 31st time that I think this is where the Raw. If I'm not mistaken, this is where like the Raw and Nitro thing like ended. Was it Cleveland? I think that's what they said. I wasn't really paying that close attention, but I believe that's what they said. 31st time that Cleveland's hosted Raw though. CM Punk is seen walking backstage, and he meets up with his wife AJ Lee. She's been on TV for a couple of months now, so it's about time she shows up. And let's get this WrestleMania bill, which I thought, but now they're running an elimination chamber because Triple H can't wait. Or they're having. I know they're having problems selling tickets. Because I can go on Ticketmaster or SeatGeek or any of them and see that they're well below the average on WrestleMania as they were last year. They're like 20,000 below the average right now. So they're having problems selling tickets. And I don't think it has anything to do with any of the talent. It's the fucking prices. Like, lower the prices. You're greedy. You're so greedy. Like, crazy. Becky Lynch shows up behind them and looks upset. We then get separate shots of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky sitting together in the empty seats earlier in the day in the Judgment Day in their clubhouse. So Michael Cole and Corey Graves check in from the broadcast table. Michael Cole confirms that Braun Breaker requires surgery, which I believe it was on a hernia. It was reported by Dave Meltzer. Requires surgery and is out indefinitely, which that's definitely not true. It's like a 4 to 8 week recovery time. I still think if he's able to go, they're gonna do. I'm gonna say if. I'm not gonna say it's locked because it seems Triple H seems to not fucking want to lock anything down. If he's able to go, they're doing this mask angle to work towards Seth and Braun at WrestleMania. That's just what they're doing. And then, like I did say on Scoops yesterday, Obafemi is just going to be this big, huge free agent back and forth, like until that's how they're going to use him. Like, who's going to get the big golden goose? I did talk about that yesterday on Scoops as well, and they fucking did the same shit tonight on the show. So great questions. All the drama involving Breaker and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. So then we get the entrance of the Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. She makes her way down to the ring. AJ Lee defeats Summer Rae. 3 minutes, 12 seconds, March 9th, 2015. It's her last singles win. Holy shit. So that's like, it's today, February 9th. So almost 11 years, 10 months, 10 years and 11 months since her last singles win. That's wild. She needs to get a win. I don't like that they just immediately fucking went to it. Like, no bill. Let's just go straight to the title match. That's why I think it's gonna be some fuckery. And they put some sort of stipulation on it for WrestleMania. They fatal 4-way with Maxine and Natty. Nobody wants to see that. That's awful. That is just awful. If they do that, that is terrible. Terrible booking. The money matches them two, but they need a stipulation. AJ needs to win a match, but not at fucking chamber. Shout out to DW replays. Becky said there was only Becky Lynch makes her way down to the ring and fumes, overseeing AJ backstage. Said there's only so much disrespect one woman can take. Becky then said she was going to come out with a big announcement to overturn the corruption of the Royal Rumble. But who shows up on her show? And we get the music of AJ Lee. She makes her way down to the ring. AJ skips around the ring and enters to skip around Becky. Becky then says she wants to know what AJ is doing on her show. AJ then says she isn't here for Becky. AJ then says she is here to support her friend Maxine Dupree, who has a match tonight. AJ then says she was planning to hang out in catering for a while. So that first comment, she was here to see Maxine in a match tonight. So why not do the tag match at fucking Elimination Chamber? Why rush it, Triple H? Why go straight to it? Why? Just so you can say, oh, I got one over on the dirt sheet. It's like, oh, God, I can't stay off of X. I'm so obsessed with it. Like, stop it, man. Your booking sucks, and you're going to run me away from the product because it's fucking terrible. AJ then says she was planning to hang out in catering for a while. Becky interrupts and says she stammers about how she knows what AJ is doing. Becky then says it is not cute what you're doing. Becky then says AJ is like a little chihuahua and she keeps barking and yapping in her ear. Becky then says AJ is ruining her life. AJ then says she wants to know how she's ruining Becky's life. AJ then says she hasn't done anything personally except beat her at WrestlePalooza and War Games and cost Becky the title at Madison Square Garden against Maxine. AJ then says, I mean, I can see it now from that point of view. Then she says she gets what Becky's saying now. AJ then says she won her title back, so there should be water under the bridge. Becky said there's no water and there's no bridge. Becky then makes random noises and wants to know what will it take to get rid of her. Becky then says there's Elimination Chamber in your hometown, AJ. Becky then says, do you want to face her one-on-one? Becky then says, do you want me to pummel you into the ground and splatter your blood in front of your family? Becky then says, do you want me to ruin your life? AJ then says, she is getting that you are having a nervous breakdown or you want a match with her. AJ then says she knew that Becky liked her, but she hasn't had a singles match in over a decade. Well, there you go. Stampede right there. Over a decade. Fucking 11 years. AJ then says it would have to be special and worth it. AJ then says you are one of the greatest of all time. AJ then says if she beats Becky, what does that make her? AJ then says lucky. AJ then says better than you. AJ then says make her #1 contender for the title, which that's exactly what the fuck they should have done if they were going to do it. Just for the #1 contender, Triple H wants to fucking... Oh, I'm so sick of that guy. I'm so tired of Triple H. Shout out to Miami the Great, the CEO, the head of the table of DWE for reposting the stream and Talk It Up Wrestling podcast as well. Make sure you give Talk It Up Wrestling podcast a follow on X and a subscription on YouTube. After the Slam podcast, a subscription on X and YouTube, and the EVP show. Not a subscription on X because I don't have an X page, but a subscription on YouTube. And scan that barcode, guys. I will show it again at the end of the stream. Yeah, I mean, this should have been a #1 contender match. Triple H is just off his fucking rocker. Becky then says, no. Becky then says, AJ is not an active member of the Raw roster, so no. AJ then says, no title, no match. And she will go back to Chicago. Becky then eventually utters the word fine. Becky then says, if AJ thinks she was held down by the man before you left, you have no idea what you're in for now. So I guess it's official. Becky versus AJ for the women's title, women's Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber, but I did not see Adam Pearce make that match official. And on the WWE graphic, it says, "Come on, Scrap Daddy, make it official." So it's not official yet. I would rather them do a tag match and save this for WrestleMania, but we'll see. They're probably going to do it anyway. So the first match of the evening is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Jimmy and Jay defending their tag championships against the Alpha Academy. No surprise here on who won this match. Jimmy and Jay make their way down to the ring. Starts off with Jay and Otis shaking hands before locking up. So a lot of mutual respect between these two teams. I'm happy to see Otis and Tozawa get a moment. Get a title match. Jay applies a waist lock and a side headlock. Tozawa tagged in. He's the one that got a pinfall last week. Was the first time I think I've ever seen Tozawa ever get a pinfall. He applies a rear chin lock. Jay then backs Tozawa into the corner. Jimmy tags in and hits a forearm in the corner. By the way, fuck you, Stephon White Castle, and fuck you, Julius Randle, for triple doubles and back-to-back nights. When I played you fuckers for a month for triple doubles and you never want to hit, but when I'm not fucking playing, you hit back-to-back nights. And fuck both of you guys. Yeah. So NBA plug right there. Fucking Julius Randle plus 8,000 triple double. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Tozawa then gets a near fall. Tozawa then kicks Jay to the floor to join Jimmy. Otis then stops Tozawa, and Otis press slams Tozawa onto the Usos. Let me see what Stampede rating for this match was. 5.25. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, buddy. So Jimmy hits a Samoan drop on Tozawa. Jimmy then chokes Tozawa on the ropes. Later on in the match, Otis and Jimmy then tag in. Otis hits several clotheslines, a barrel roll, a shoulder tackle on Jay. Jimmy then hits a super kick. Otis then hits a back body drop to Jimmy. Otis then hits a splash to Jay, but he runs into a boot from Jimmy. Otis then catches Jimmy off the turnbuckles and hits a world's strongest slam for a near fall. Otis then hits a splash and he falls to the mat, but Jay makes the tag that Otis did not see. Otis sets up for the caterpillar and Jay hits a super kick. Jay then hits another super kick to Tozawa. Jimmy then tags in and they hit a double super kick, but Otis hits a double clothesline. So then a hot tag into Tozawa. He goes up top and he hits a double missile drop kick. Tozawa then hits a suicide dive to Jay and he hits one on Jimmy. Tozawa then hits another one to Jay and Jimmy. Tozawa then sends Jimmy back into the ring and he hits a back senton and gets a near fall, the same way that he secured the victory last week. Otis tags in and he gets Jimmy up, but Jimmy sends Otis into Tozawa. Jimmy then hits a super kick to Tozawa. Otis then misses a splash in the corner and Jay tags in. They then hit the double spear and the 1D for the 1, 2, 3 and still your Raw Tag Team Champions, which it doesn't look like they're going to do shit with it for WrestleMania because Triple H fucking booking sucks and I'm tired of it. I may fucking go to. I'm still gonna stream this shit, but I may start watching AEW if this shit don't change because this shit is just bad. They hit the double spear and the 1D for the win. The Usos have retained. After the match, Tozawa was not happy with the loss, but the Usos shake hands with Otis and Tozawa, and they all hug. Byron Saxton then stops by to talk to the Usos. Obviously, Jimmy looks like his lip was busted. He asks what's next for them. Jay then gives respect to Otis and Tozawa. Jimmy then says what is next for them is that they're going to remain the best tag team in the game. Nothing about WrestleMania. Jimmy then tells Jay to qualify and win the Elimination Chamber. Which I said earlier, whoever posted or says that Roman's facing Jay after Mania, please put that shit on X. Because that's not happening. It's not. So, there's a lot of other people that Roman's going to have to face after he beats CM Punk. So, and Jay's not winning the fucking chamber either. So, I don't know why they're not working towards something, towards WrestleMania. For the Usos, I mean, I know they got to have people in the chamber, but I mean, how many people can fit in the one chamber match? And Jimmy just doesn't want to fight, like single. I don't know. I have no idea. Michael called and mentioned SmackDown, and I mentioned this also Friday, the next 2 weeks. 8 p.m. Eastern. Do not be, if you're watching it on USA or have been watching it, make sure you tune in and start watching on Sci-Fi. Because it's going to be on Sci-Fi the next 2 weeks because of the Olympics. We then get the video package from the promo from Roman Reigns and CM Punk, which we've seen 1,000 times. I'm not going to go back over that. So then we get Liv Morgan making her way down to the ring with Dominic Mysterio, and Michael Cole wonders if Liv will make her WrestleMania choice. We then see what happened last week when Liv got involved in the street fight. Dominic then interrupts Liv Morgan with a bouquet of flowers and some candy. Dirty motherfucking Dom. Showing you how you do it. Liv then says you can learn something from Dominic. Now, I did see earlier on Instagram story where Raquel had that same shirt that Liv had on tonight. Hot girls love Dominic Mysterio. So, yeah, keep your eye on that. Liv says you can learn something from Dominic for Valentine's Day. Liv then says she will give him his gift later. Oh, shit. Dirty Dom. And she laughs. Liv then says last week she put Jay Cargill and Stephanie Bakura on notice. Let's go to the comment really quick. And why did they have Cole announce Braun was hurt training when it was already reported that it was on the table spot? Because they don't want the dirt sheets to be right about anything, Stampede. Triple H is obsessed with it. That's why. I don't know. He's out indefinitely. It's 8 weeks with the fucking hernia surgery. Like, come on, man. I don't know. He loves to he does not want dirt sheets to get anything right. That's why. So Stephanie Bakura, Liv then says they're afraid that whoever she picks will lose their title on the grandest stage of them all. So then all of a sudden WWE is like has Liv and Dom just standing around for a second, and then boom, fucking even made me jump a little bit. Stephanie Bakura, pyro interrupt. She comes out. Liv is not happy. Stephanie tells Liv she talks too much. Then Stephanie says something in Spanish. Liv then asks Dominic what did she say, and Dominic says he does not want to tell her. Shout out to Bentu. Welcome to the Raw Recap Show. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's well. Glad to see Rhea Ripley qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber, joining Tiffany Stratton. Dominic then says he will take care of this. Dominic then addresses Stephanie in Spanish. Stephanie then tells Liv that Dom says she is a bitch, which he didn't say that. I know enough Spanish to know he didn't say that. Liv then says she would give Stephanie one of her shirts that says Hot Women Love Dirty Dom or Daddy Dom. Hot Women Love Daddy Dom. Liv then says she would give Stephanie one of her shirts, but Stephanie doesn't fit. Stephanie then says she wants Liv to choose her so she can kick her ass at WrestleMania. Liv then says she will wait, and she says she calls Stephanie Bakura a La Punta, which is a bitch in Spanish. So Stephanie slaps the shit out of Dominic Mysterio. So yeah, we're set. Looks like I still think it's a possibility for a triple threat with Raquel, but like I said on Scoops yesterday, there's two pitches for that. They're triple threat or just to Ron, Stephanie, Liv. Liv is definitely not picking Jade. That's definitely not happening. Reposting the stream. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Shout out to Bentu. I knew you were gonna be happy about Rhea winning. That was kind of a no-brainer. I would have been really surprised if she didn't win that match. Rhea Ripley then cuts a promo. Speaking of you, Bentu, Rhea Ripley then cuts a promo. Says she is used to having people in her corner, but tonight she is alone against two women trying to cement their legacy. Ivy Nile then says she is the only one built for the chamber. Lyra then says last year she entered the match and left as the tag team champion. Ivy then says she is the only one trained in a cage and will punch her ticket to WrestleMania. Lyra then says she returns to the top. Rhea then says she is the only one who can handle the brutality of the Elimination Chamber. So this is going to be our second qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. We've seen Tiffany Stratton advance on Friday in her match against Chelsea Green and Lash Legend. So who will be joining Tiffany Stratton as the second person out of, I believe it's 6 each. So the second person to join Tiffany Stratton in the Women's Elimination Chamber. So Lyra Valkyria makes her way down to the ring for the next match of the night, and Ivy Nile and Rhea follow. Match starts off with Ivy applying a waistlock on Rhea. Rhea blocks a suplex. Ivy then goes to the turnbuckles and met with a dropkick from Rhea. Lyra then pushes Rhea, and Lyra gets an inside cradle for a near fall. This was a pretty good match. I wasn't too overly impressed with it because I knew who was going to win, but it wasn't bad. I think Rhea is going to win the whole thing. I'm not sure. I mean, she's always a possibility, but I think Liv's picking, unless Liv does something crazy, and then Liv does pick fucking Jade, and we do Rhea Stephanie. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be someone from SmackDown, unfortunately. We'll see. You never know. Rhea then hits a forearm to Ivy's back. She gets Ivy on her shoulders and sends Ivy face first into the apron. Lyra then hits a drop kick to the ropes. She hits a head scissors on Rhea. I'm gonna get closer to the end of this match because I'm almost fucking 48 minutes into the stream. Rhea then goes up top, and Ivy sends Lyra into the ropes. Ivy then sends Lyra to the floor. Rhea then stops Ivy, and she headbutts Ivy into the tree of woe. So closer to the end of the match, Rhea gets Lyra up, but Lyra escapes, gets a roll up for near fall. Rhea then misses a round kick, and so does Lyra. Rhea hits an Irish whip, and Lyra tries to put over, but Rhea catches Lyra on her shoulders. Ivy then goes up top and misses a cross body when Rhea hits a power bomb on Lyra. Ivy then gets a near fall on Lyra at that point. So we're at the end of the match. Lyra rolls through on a sunset flip and then hits a Nightwing to Ivy Nile, but Rhea then hits a running knee to Lyra, and then Rhea hits the Riptide for the 1, 2, 3 to Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria is the one that took the pinfall. So Rhea Ripley, 1/2 of the WWE Women's Raw Tag Team Champions, has advanced as the second female that will be in the Women's Elimination Chamber match on February 28th, joining former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. So this women's match is really going to shaping up. Friday, we're also going to see the third person qualify. It'll be Alexa Bliss going in a triple threat match against Julia and Zelina Vega. So I don't know. We got it's going to be a big women's match, it looks like. Oh, man, I'm so tired. So the women of the Women's Elimination Chamber triple triple threat qualifying match. Rio's WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, will join Tiffany Stratton in the Elimination Chamber match on February 28th. 4 more people left to qualify for the women. So who will be the second to join Randy Orton tonight? So we got 2 faces already on the ladies side with Rhea and Tiffany, and then obviously after the main event tonight, we got 2 faces on the men's side with Randy Orton, and obviously at the end we saw LA Knight qualified due to the Masked Man, which was Grayson Waller, which is ultimately fucking Seth Rollins. We head to the back to the Judgment Day clubhouse where Liv and Raquel are having a conversation. Dominic shows up. Liv then mentions Dominic's qualifying match next week, and Dominic says he has to defend his title. I don't know what he's talking about. I guess he's gonna defend his title at WrestleMania. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Ivy is talented. They should be giving her more ring time, some wins, and a cool submission. Maybe the stretch muffler. Yeah, I agree. I love Ivy. I think she's great. I was surprised that they. Well, not really, because there's rumors that Bayley and Lyra are getting shifted over to SmackDown to give Julia some more opponents. But I do love Ivy now. I've always liked her since she was back with Chad Gable. Dominic tells Finn that Dominic then tells Finn that JD McDonough will be back soon and he can win the tag titles back. Finn then says he is not done with Punk. Dominic then says everyone is talking about Punk and Roman at WrestleMania. He then says he believes the window has closed. Finn then says he doesn't want to be an afterthought, and he asks about family. So Finn's pretty upset. We then see CM Punk will have an interview with Michael Cole. Vic Joseph is in the interview area. He is with Javon Evans. Vic then asks Evans, how did it feel to win on Raw? Evans says when he got the W last week, he was excited. Evans then says he wasn't 100%, maybe 30 or 40% of the time. Evans then said he got some help from Grande Americano, a.k.a. Chad Gable. That's who that is. Evans then says we're going to have a good time in Cleveland. Vic then brings up the tag match against the Americanos, and he asks who his mystery partner is. Evans says if he tells you, it won't be a surprise. Vic then mentions Javon's qualifying match next week, which will be against the career killer himself, Gunther, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Definitely looking forward to that match. 3 of my favorites. Evans says he is excited, and if he wins next week, he will have good momentum. Evans then said if he wins the Chamber, he will wrestle at WrestleMania. So Michael Cole is in the ring, and he mentions the CM Punk Roman Reigns match, but Finn Balor comes from behind and interrupts. He said everyone is so focused on the future that people forgot what happened 2 weeks ago and when he left the champion in the ring like a wounded dog. Yeah, they got to get Gable out of this program and gimmick. So Stampede, yes, I believe that it ends at WrestleMania. They're going to do like a mask versus mask match. I said this yesterday on Scoops. You're probably watching Super Bowl or something, but that's the match for WrestleMania, and then Gable will win. And hopefully we get him out of that fucking mask too and get him going for some titles like the Intercontinental or something. Like get him in some big programs. Finn then says Punk is hurt because he is the one who hurt him. Finn then says he is not going to step aside and let Roman take credit for what he did. Finn then says Roman took advantage of the top rope breaking when he had Roman beat in the ring. Finn then says he is tired of being an afterthought and being pushed around. Finn then says he wants Punk and he wants him at the Elimination Chamber. Finn then says, you beat me on my home turf, and I'm going to beat you on yours. Adam Pearce then comes out, and he says, absolutely not. We're not ruining the main event of WrestleMania, putting it in jeopardy. He yells at security to come out. He says, we're not doing business like that. He says, you had your shot, and it's too late. Same shit he told him at Rumble. Finn then asks if it's too late, like at the Royal Rumble. Pearson says the title match at WrestleMania is set. He then tells Finn to leave the ring so Cole can interview Punk, or he will have his men do their job. CM Punk's music then hits. He makes his way down to the ring. Pearson tells Punk not to go into the ring while Finn is in there. Punk then enters the ring anyway, and Finn leaves the ring and goes and stands on top of the announce desk. Pearson tells everyone to relax, and Punk takes Pearson's mic out of his hand. Punk then says he sees Finn in front of him. Punk then says, "You are not an afterthought. You are my first thought." Punk then says, "You don't deserve a title match. You deserved your ass to be beat." He then tells Finn to enter the ring with him. Finn then says he won't fight for no reason. He then tells Punk to put the title on the line and he will finish what he did 2 weeks ago. Punk then says Cleveland would love to see you try, so let's freaking do it. Pearson tells Punk he is crazy. Punk says he is crazy and he beat Finn in Belfast and he would do it in Chicago. Pearson tells Punk, no, it is not happening. Punk then says he wants all of the juice. He then says he wants a match or he will take the rest of the show kicking Finn's teeth down his throat. Adam Pearce then says, fine, have it your way, but be careful. Adam Pearce did not make AJ Lee and Becky Lynch official, but Adam Pearce then says Punk will face Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber for the title. As I said, he never made AJ and Becky official yet, so pay attention to that in case it does not happen. I would love for them to switch that to a tag match. But CM Punk versus Finn Balor, which I said on Scoops yesterday, is official for Elimination Chamber. Finn and Punk in the Chamber would be much more interesting if they did the Punk Roman promo after that PLA, not before. Absolutely, Stampede. I talked about this yesterday. It absolutely buried. It didn't bury Finn because I do think, Finn's going to get pushed over the edge. He feels like his family is not supporting him. He doesn't get support from anybody. Ultimately, I think we get to see that demon come back from Finn. And then ultimately, I do think that he beats Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Punk then looks at Cole and he says they were supposed to have an interview, so he asked Cole if he has any questions. Cole then asked Punk why would he jeopardize the main event of WrestleMania. Punk then says he does not like the word jeopardize. Punk then says he is not jeopardizing anything. Punk then says he is building on greatness. Punk then says he will be the fighting champion everyone deserves to see on Monday night. Another interesting fact from the Human Dictionary Stampede: Finn Balor defeats Dragon Lee 9 minutes 44 seconds, September 1st, 12 days before my birthday. Actually, his only singles win in 2025. That is fucking terrible for Finn Balor. Oh my God, that's awful. Punk says he's going to be a fighting champion. He said he wants to be 100% better every week. Punk then says he will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime to prove that he is the best in the world. Punk then says he is not jeopardizing anything. Punk then says he knows that without any risk, there is no reward. Punk then says he is humbled to know that it can end in any night, in any city, at any time. Punk then says that shit ain't gonna happen. Punk then mentions Roman and you say you hate him. Punk then says he doesn't believe him. Punk then says you don't hate what he is trying to build. Punk then says you hate that you know that you can't do a damn thing to stop it. Punk then says there's one way WrestleMania ends. Punk then says that is with his hand raised and the ring announcer saying still the world heavyweight champion of the Raw heavyweight champion of the world, the best in the world, CM Punk. So the best in the world was OTC. He's still talking about it. So we head to the back where Adam Pearce gets the confirmation that Finn is out of the building. Paul Heyman then shows up and gives Pierce props for being better than he thought. He then says, you pushed Braun Breaker to the point where Braun popped a hernia. There you go. Paul Heyman confirmed what fucking Meltzer said, hernia, because he was working out. He then says that is major surgery and it is your fault. Pearson says he is the general manager and he knows that Braun is the key to the future of WWE. He then says no one besides you wants him back faster than him. He then says Austin Theory has a qualifying match tonight. He then tells Paul not to get involved or any of his guys. And Logan Paul says, or what? And then Bronson Reed says, don't worry about him. He's mine to deal with now. Paul then asks if that is a request or a declarative statement. Pearson says, consider it a threat. Logan then asks Pierce, what will he do if they get involved? He tells Pierce if it is a rhetorical statement. He then says he is the biggest star to come out of Cleveland. That's actually where Logan Paul lost the United States title to LA Knight, was in Cleveland. That was SummerSlam. Reed then tells Logan that Pierce isn't Logan's problem. He is his. The vision and the problems with the Adam Pierce continue. So, low-key legend, which she's always been one of my favorites. One of my very first WWE followers almost 2 years ago, Natty, makes her way down to the ring for the next match of the night against Maxine Dupree. It doesn't really go into much of a match. It's more of a domination. I love the entrance from Natty as well. The match starts off with Dupree. She immediately goes for the angle lock. Natty rolls through to escape. Natty then hits a punch. Dupree then hits an arm drag and a round kick. Natty goes to the floor, and Dupree follows and puts Natty in another ankle lock. Natty then kicks Dupree into the ring steps and the ring post. Natty then sends Dupree onto the announce desk. Natty then adjusts the announce desk. Natty then hits a flapjack onto the announce desk. Natty then punches Dupree, and the referee calls for the bell because he gets to 10. So, a relentless attack by Natty. She put her in the fucking sharpshooter on the announce desk and would not let go. And it is a DQ. Oh, so this, according to this Stampede, the singles match ended in a double countout, but I thought it was a DQ myself. Good start to a feud, but that's why I said I think they need to do the tag match. Do AJ and Maxine, Becky Natty at Elimination Chamber, and then you do Becky AJ at WrestleMania. Not fucking skip all the way around because you want to fucking pop one on the sheets. After the match, Natty hits more punches and she applies a sharpshooter on the announce desk, and out comes AJ Lee. Why else would AJ Lee be coming out there? She said earlier she was here for that match. AJ Lee's music hits, then she makes her way down to the ring to check on Dupree. Natty then releases the hold and she leaves to the crowd. AJ and a referee then are helping Maxine to the back, and Becky Lynch attacks AJ from behind and sends her into the ring post. So there we go. So then we get a promo from LA Knight. Yeah. Cuts a promo. He says he can see the vision. LA then says he sees it everywhere. LA then says, what did they do 2 months ago? LA then says he was sitting on the shelf. LA then says he got to eliminate members of the vision, but he has to finish them off one by one. LA then says Braun took himself out and got off easy. LA then says Austin Theory drew the short straw. LA then says he will take Theory's opportunity to go to Elimination Chamber in WrestleMania. So we then head to the back where Grande wants to know where his personas are. Rayo says this is his familia and they are the best. Bro then says the people of Cleveland have no culture or respect. He then says you are in the presence of the greatest luchador tag team. He then says they will teach Javon Evans a little lesson about Mexican culture. Grande then says he wants to address whoever will step up against them because he will lose to the greatest luchador tag team of all time. So Los Americanos make their way down to the ring for the next match, and they will be going up against Javon Evans and El Grande Americano, a.k.a. Chad Gable, which for me was, I don't know. I mean, the main event was okay, but this match was pretty good too. Javon El Grande Americano Classico. I'm not gonna go through all this match, guys. It was a really good match. Javon Evans impresses me every week. I'm glad to see Chad Gable back. But as the original Grande Americano, obviously he's back now as a face. So I can't wait for WrestleMania so they can have this mask versus mask match and finally get this shit over with so that they can start pushing Chad Gable. This was a great match. I think everybody involved. I think Tyler Bate may be one of them. I know Ludwig Kaiser is one of those. I don't know. It's just what I think. But I will tell you how the match ends. Grande pushes Classico off the turnbuckles, and Bravo goes up top and goes for a frog splash, but Evan hits a cutter, and he tags in Classico. Evans then hits a plancha onto Rayo. Classico then hits a diving headbutt for the 1, 2, 3. And your winners are the original El Grande Americano, which is Chad Gable, and the young OG bouncy himself, Javon Evans. After the match, Grande hits some clotheslines to Evans and Classico. Grande then goes after Classico's mask, but Classico hits a snapmare and a kick. Classico then goes for Grande's mask, but he is able to escape to the floor. So we're going to have that mask versus mask match at WrestleMania. El Grande Americano, Javon Evans defeat Los Americanos, Bravo Americano, and Rayo Americano 7 minutes 43 seconds, 6.75 out of 10. So, okay, I agree with that. So, yeah, that is a 6.75. I'm trying to see what your best match of the night. And you have Rhea, 7.35. So, that so far is your best match of the night. The worst match, you have the Usos. I agree. Raymond gave Raw 6.25. It was a terrible Raw. Still a good rating though. All right, so Penta then cuts a promo, says he is sick of hearing about LA Knight. Austin Theory then says he's used to pressure. LA Knight then says he cannot be focused on just one. Theory then says he will submit his spot at WrestleMania. Penta then says he will show the world who is the main event of WrestleMania. So who will be the second person to join Randy Orton in the men's chamber? We'll find out in a minute. Big Joseph is in the interview area, and he brings out Lyra and Bailey. He brings up Lyra losing tonight. Lyra says that is some serious insight. She then says, where is it when she wins? Bailey then cuts her off, and she says that they don't give up. She then says they pick themselves up. Bailey then says she has a qualifying next week. Qualifying match next week against Natty and Asuka. So that will be the 4th. Next Friday or next Monday, that will be the 4th lady to qualify because this Friday we'll have Alexa, Julia, and Selena. And we already have Tiffany and Rhea qualified. So whoever wins that match. And the 4th women's qualifying match is going to be Bailey, Natty, and Asuka. So I think maybe, I don't know if Natty wins. She should, I think. But obviously that would eliminate the tag match. If they do that. But she should. I mean, there's a chance Natty could win. She then says she was taken out of WrestleMania. She didn't get a chance to do what she wanted with her tag team partner. She says she's going to win next week and redeem herself for them. She says they belong in the top spot. She then says they're one of the best tag teams. If Adam gave them a chance, you would see. Vic then asks what getting back to WrestleMania means to her. Bailey then yells at Vic. She then says their moment was taken from her. She then says they picked themselves up, move on, and get better every day. So then, what I talked about yesterday on Sunday Scoops, Obafemi is just going to be this huge free agent. They float back and forth until ultimately he decides where he's going to go. Get a video package on Obafemi saying people have trouble dealing with change. Femi then says when things change around them, they cling to their idols and false prophets. Femi then says change is inevitable. Femi then says if you do not adapt, you perish. Femi then says he has said a change is coming, but change is here. Femi then says you will hear his drums and see his strut, and you will know the deed is done. From the ruler himself, Obafemi. Change is here. So we take a look at what Gunther did last week. We then see Gunther backstage, the career killer with Byron Saxton. Gunther says he couldn't care less about Dragon Lee. Gunther then says he is looking forward to WrestleMania. Byron then mentions his qualifying match. Gunther then says his road should be set after what he did to Bill Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. Gunther then says instead it starts next week. Gunther then says the result will be the same. Gunther says he will walk out of WrestleMania as the new WWE champion. I don't know. It is then announced that next week Gunther faces Javon Evans and Dominic Mysterio in the qualifying match. So after SmackDown, we will have 3 people qualifying for the men's. And so after this match will be number 4. So we're getting there. We're getting close. So next week, Gunther faces Javon Evans and Dirty Dominic Mysterio in a men's qualifying match. Bayley faces Asuka and Natty in a qualifying match, and AJ Lee will be on Raw. So we go to the main event, which is the second men's qualifying match for Elimination Chamber. Penta versus LA Knight versus Austin Theory of the Vision. The match starts off with LA Knight and Penta attacking Theory and punching and kicking. Knight then hits several kicks in the corner. Penta hits a hesitation kick to Theory. Penta gets a roll up on Knight for almost a near fall. Penta then hits a flip dive onto Knight. Oh, yeah, I think you. Oh, yeah, I already put that up there. Penta then hits a flip dive onto Knight. He sends Knight back into the ring, and Penta hits forearms to Knight. Theory then trips Penta and pulls him to the floor. Later on in the match, Theory punches Knight and chokes him in the corner. Theory then hits a suplex Knight and gets a near fall. Knight takes back control with some punches to Theory. It's a neck breaker for a near fall. Then he applies a jawbreaker to Penta. Theory then hits an Irish whip to Penta, but Penta moves and he chops Theory. Theory then hits a spine buster to Penta for a near fall. This was, for me, the overall best wrestling match of the night. I just hated the mask shit. I'm sick of it. Like, it's the second time. We all know it. Tonight, it's a different person than it was at the Rumble. Different body style, different shape. Tonight was fucking Grayson Waller, but it's ultimately going to be Seth Rollins. So, Knight sends Penta's head into the announce desk. Knight then sends Theory into the announce desk one more time. So we'll get closer to the end of the match because we're almost an hour 15 into the stream. Knight puts Penta on the turnbuckles. He sets up for a superplex, but Penta punches him off. Theory then goes up top, and Penta knocks him off. LA Knight defeats Austin Theory and Penta 7.25 out of 10. So you gave Rhea Ripley's match the best of the night, and I will agree because of the ending. Theory misses a stomp, and Knight hits a reverse DDT. Knight goes to the turnbuckles for the catchphrase elbow drop on Theory for a near fall. So then we get Logan Paul up on the ropes, and then Bronson Reed hits a running body block and an elbow drop. Reed then goes up top while the referee is distracted. And Reed hits the tsunami. At that point, I'm like, all right, Austin Theory is advancing. Pearson finally comes to the ring with security. Theory then hits the Seth Rollins stomp to LA Knight. But before he can get the 3 count, Penta pulls his ass out of the ring into the floor. I was surprised. I thought Theory was advancing right there. Theory then hits a back body drop to Penta onto the announce desk, and out comes Grayson Waller in a mask. I'm just saying, that's who it is. It's fucking Grayson Waller. Go back and watch it. It's ultimately going to be played out in this long drawn out story like Triple H loves to do. Triple long story. Let's slow burn. Make this shit 5-6 matches long. Triple H. Best booker of the year. I don't fucking agree. A mask man. I think it's Grayson Waller. You guys can form your own opinion. He hits a super kick and a stomp to Theory, and it throws Theory back into the ring. Theory and Knight are down in the ring. Knight gets up and he hits Theory with the BFT for the 1, 2, 3. And LA Knight gets some revenge on the Vision for putting him on the shelf. And LA Knight joins Randy Orton in the men's elimination chamber match on February 28th. Two faces. So coming up on SmackDown next week, AJ Lee will be there. She will appear. And we're going to have Bayley versus Asuka versus Natty, which will be the 4th women's elimination qualifying match. And then we're also going to see the 4th men's elimination qualifying match, which will be elimination chamber qualifying match. Which will be Javon Evans, the career killer Gunther, and Dirty the two double champion Triple A champion and men's Intercontinental champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio. On Friday, this coming up, we will see the 3rd women's elimination chamber qualifier with Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina Vega. And then in the men's, the one that everybody's talking about that doesn't have a fucking clue how Triple H booked it and what's going to happen, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn. So, yeah, that was it, guys. LA Knight's in the Elimination Chamber. Is this going to be the time that Triple H pulls the trigger? Nope, it's not, because he's not going to pull the trigger because it's Triple H. That's just what he does. Shout out to everybody from DWE, Miami the Great, Final Boss Baby, Director Red, World Greg, After the Slam Podcast, everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media, the 2 lovely ladies from Wrestling Divas Podcast, Lady Alpha and Autumn, as well as Kicking Out at 2 with Michael and Tori versus Jessica Skywalker, and also the Running Wrestling Podcast. I believe it's Michael as well. And Mr. Beanie with Suds and Squared Circle Media. Shout out to the 171 people that tuned in tonight. I love all the YouTube comments, Stampede. I am so thankful for that. That definitely helps my streams and puts my stream in a great algorithm. I don't mind the X comments, but I really definitely appreciate the YouTube comments. And please, guys, make sure you do like the stream on YouTube if you are watching it. Again, make sure you give a follow to Talk About Wrestling Podcast and a subscription on X. Shout out to Raymond, DW Host, DW Replay. Shout out to my boy, Wrestling RUS Podcast, Terrible Raw, Triple H Chain Things. I don't think so. I still think it happens at Mania. 6.25 out of 10. Seth is coming back. I said that yesterday. He's supposed to face Braun at Mania. We'll see if Braun's back in time. Vision taking a back seat. Yep. And big, huge shout out to the Wrestling Dictionary himself, Stampede, and also Raymond. And am I leaving anybody out? Oh, I am sorry. Shout out to Bentu. Good luck to Rhea Ripley in the Elimination Chamber. And also Miami the Great. All right, guys. Thank you to 171 people that's tuned in. I'm going to send you to my outro, and I will send you to the video again on how you enter that raffle. And I will go over it briefly, and then I will tell you where you find me on my socials and what I have coming up next for the rest of the week. Don't go anywhere. Go to my outro first.
Wrestling has more than one
podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, show recap prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right, guys, thank you so much again. And then once again, I will go to this video. Before I play the video, I will go ahead and tell you this is basically how it works. He will explain in the video as well. All you have to do is scan that QR code, which is the PayPal QR code for After the Slam podcast. You send the $15. You are entered into a raffle that will end on February 28th. And be drawn on March 1st on After the Slam podcast for the old school WWE Intercontinental Championship belt. It's only $15. The only catch is you have to give a subscription to my show, the EVP show, After the Slam podcast, and Talk It Up Wrestling podcast to be considered a entrant into this raffle. There will be a new belt each month, as After the Slam will talk about in this video. So you guys enjoy the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, Miami the Great, After Slam, and we will be able to help you out. Don't miss it though, guys, because it's a big entrant. And I think I've gotten 3 new subs, so that means we've only, as far as I know, we've only got 3 entrants. Because I've only got 3 new subs, so we'll see. But enjoy the video.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month, so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
All right, guys. As you heard it, only $15. It's a classic WWF Intercontinental Championship belt. Just hit that QR code, which is After Slam PayPal. You can enter as many times as you want to, and all the proceeds will go towards the next title belt. But like he said in the video, there is a catch. Make sure you subscribe to the EVP show, which I will tell you, if you're not already subscribed, I will tell you how to at the end of this video. After the Slam podcast, make sure you give him a subscription on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel as well as Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. You don't want to miss out. Like he said, it's all in your hands. $15, you could win that classic WWF Intercontinental Championship, and the contest will end on February 28th and will be drawn on March the 1st. So good luck to everyone, and hopefully we see everybody enter. And I mean, the more the merrier. So yeah, this is a fun thing to do. Great prize to win for $15. Like hell, you can't beat it. So shout out to After Slam for doing this. It's a hell of an idea. I love what he's doing for us. So shout out to After Slam for that. Make sure you guys get entered, though. If you have any questions, make sure to message me, Miami, anybody in DWE, or After Slam directly, and he can guide you on what to do. All right, guys, this is it for me, guys. It's a pretty long stream for me for Raw, especially with Doubleheader Tuesday coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna have to save my voice because I have a lot to say about the fuck fest that they called the Super Bowl yesterday. It's fucking absolutely terrible. But thank you, 178 people, for tuning in to the Raw recap. It was a terrible show tonight. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The product is bad, and they need to make changes. Triple H, stop worrying about fucking all the dirt sheets and start and lock the Mania plans. Let's start the bill. Let's get this shit going. Like, I don't mean to cuss and raise hell and all this and act like JD from NY, but my God, I see why he does it now, because this shit is frustrating. Your booking gives me fucking whiplash. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys get in that raffle. It's all in your hands. As far as my socials, please follow me on all my socials. On X, you can find me at EVPCJP, at Instagram at EVPCJP. TikTok is where I promote. Instagram and TikTok is where I promote all of my stream videos. You can find me at Brady DA Goat 21. Again, that's at Brady the Goat 21, not THE. It's at Brady DA Goat 21. All the links are in my bios, and you can see it across the bottom down here. Most importantly, last but not least, and to one part of being able to get into that drawing, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which if you're not already subscribed, you just go to that search bar and hit at the EVP show, and you will find me. There's plenty of shorts, plenty of lives, plenty of content on my channel. I think I'm about 17 subscribers away from 200. So getting close, guys. That's the WrestleMania goal. I'm 17 away. So hopefully we can get there. And if you go back and watch this live, or not live, but go back and watch this stream, make sure to like that YouTube stream. Big, huge shout out to Stampede tonight for all those YouTube comments. That really helps put my channel and my stream in the algorithm, and it gets all these fresh eyes and ears out there on my channel and on my shows. I do appreciate the Twitter comments and all that as well, but the YouTube comments and the likes is what really helps the stream, the channel, and everything like that. So big shout out to Stampede. Thank you for that. What I have coming up next, tomorrow is the last Doubleheader Tuesday for this past NFL season. We won't start that back up until August or September of 2026. But at 6 p.m. Eastern, join me and Miami the Great as we cover the Super Bowl 60, as I'm going to call it in a polite way. The Super Bowl 60 recap show. We will break it down for you. What happened, why it was so slow and boring until the last quarter and a half. And then join me for the last half of the last part of the second half of Doubleheader Tuesday for a little while, a few months, at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the NXT recap. And then I'm back Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern we have a big show. Trick Williams going against Ray Phoenix. We have Alexa Bliss, Julia, Zelina Vega, and a women's elimination chamber qualifying match, and Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn trying to qualify for the men's elimination chamber with Drew McIntyre going to get fucking involved, I'm sure. So Friday, catch me at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for that. But make sure if you are watching on USA, normally you don't try to watch on USA. It will be on Sci-Fi at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this week coming up and next week. So make sure to tune into Sci-Fi for that. Sunday, since my Sunday scoop was cut short yesterday because of the Super Bowl, I should have just kept going because the Super Bowl was fucking terrible. Tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Scoops with the EVP, as it will be episode 7. We will have a lot of Elimination Chamber news and WrestleMania news heading into WrestleMania. Again, that is 6 p.m. Eastern. I will have news for 30 minutes and open up question and answer to YouTube and X. for the last 30 minutes. That's episode 7 of Sunday Scoops with the EVP. That being said, guys, thank you to the 178 that tuned in tonight for the Raw Recap Show. I will see you guys for 2 episodes later on today, which is Tuesday on the East Coast. Doubleheader Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Join me and Miami the Great as we cover the Super Bowl Recap Show. And at 10:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, the NXT Recap Show. You guys enjoy your Tuesday. Be safe out there. We love one another. I am the EVP from the EVP Show and the Golden Boy of DWE. Good night, everyone.